Welcome to VMI Unfiltered. I am Valerie.
I'm Max.
I'm Ivan. Welcome back, or welcome to our podcast.
Very first podcast.
Very first podcast. We're scared for this. We're actually at our old manager's house. She's going to be our manager again, though. But she's going to be our little studio for now until we can afford to
exist.
Pretty much, yeah. So we have two angles going on right now.
In case this one doesn't work.
Yeah, in case this isn't working, we have this angle up here. So hi. But today the topics are going to be like work. We used to work for this company. Has a one in the name. We'll just say that. You guys can figure that out later. There's multiple companies like that. So who knows?
So the reason why we started this podcast was because the company we were working for actually closed down our store location. And we were actually talking about starting a podcast before the store even closed. And here we are.
Yeah.
The Three Stooges of the store.
The Three Stooges. This is true.
We were the worst.
We were the bad. That's why we also started up. But yes,
we weren't the worst.
Well,
we were not the worst.
Some people may say otherwise.
This is true. But we weren't. In comparison to a lot of the things that we've seen, I don't think we were bad at all.
No.
So our first topic for this podcast, we're going to be talking about work. Does anybody have any stories about work that they want to start off with?
So I loved working where we worked. I feel like I was the best employee.
Okay. I'm kidding. Okay, Val. I'm kidding. We were all equally very well behaved.
Sure, we'll say that.
Unless
when
necessary.
there was a person in front of us.
Unless necessary. Our manager's making us laugh over there.
When there was a person in front of us that had to
like customer or
customer.
Oh, okay.
We'd be with some of them.
We weren't normal. But yeah, work stories. Let's see. We worked for this company. It was actually a pretty good company until they started closing us down.
Then it became very toxic
because they told us like out of whack when we were closing. Like we barely found out. We went in at 5:00 in the morning on a Sunday to do our Christmas wall sets, and then the next Monday.
Yeah.
Is when Val and our old manager Joanne were working, and she thought it was our inventory packet in the mail. And yeah, Val, you can tell the rest of the story.
And then when she opened the packet, she realized that it said closing procedures, and these closing procedures were sent to us the day after we just woke up in the morning. And
4 a.m.
Was it 4 a.m.?
Who came in the earliest? What time did you come in? 4 a.m. Okay, yeah. So a lot of us woke up at 3 a.m. then. There should be another fire. Wait.
3 a.m.
We'll get a story from Joanne. She's here, so she's going to talk.
Yeah. Come here.
We'll let Miss Joanne tell her story.
Yeah. How many of it was you that showed up earlier?
Who closed that day?
Closed?
Me.
Yeah.
It was me and Petra.
You, Petra.
Petra's another coworker. We love her.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually Joanne's daughter. We can talk about that now.
Because
we can't get fired.
We could talk about a lot of things.
We can talk about it now.
We just can't say.
Okay, we have Joanne here now with us. You'll see her in the second angle.
You just don't have. We can't say the company name.
Yeah, so talk about why we lost our jobs, how you found out we were losing our jobs.
Sorry.
Well, I'll squeeze in here. You can still see me.
Yeah.
It was kind of very, how should I say?
Fucked up.
Pretty much fucked up.
Yeah.
It was a very fucked up situation. We were never aware of anything that would have brought us to that point. We did not know anything that was going to happen.
You were a badass store.
We were first
We
in
were
district.
more than badass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Run that.
Let's just say we did a lot compared to other stores. If they really would focus into other stores like they should, then they would really see more in depth what's going on in their other stores if they really took the time to pay close attention.
Oh yeah, 100%. When we went into other, especially when helping out other stores, or even just going at like our own leisure, it was.
I'm gay, I promise. I'm not.
When we just went into other stores, especially. Like, we were nosy.
It's not so much nosy. It was more very observant because we knew standards and expectations, which we had very high expectations and high standards compared to other stores. But sadly, we were the ones who got the short end of the stick in the beginning. Why? I can't say it was because of performance because
It was the old manager before his fault.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
She threw away fixtures that we needed for so many visuals.
How many?
We looked at the book of what we got.
I was not here during this manager was here.
We ordered.
Luckily.
Saw a book of, like, what was coming in when the store was barely opening in 2015, and there's stuff there that was like we never even saw. We never even knew that it existed.
We found pieces.
We found pieces of it.
When I started working there from the time to we closed, I want to say there was, let's see, the first Christmas I worked and the first Black Friday I worked, we were missing.
We were all there for 2 years, by the way.
Yeah. We were missing the promo signs and the Christmas signs because sometimes they reuse them. We were missing. Oh, and the Christmas that was coming up. We got some of the promos.
When we were about to close, right?
Yeah. That was ridiculous. That was the most ridiculous part. That we were getting holiday signage, but here, boom, right in your face. You're closing. So what are we supposed to do?
Yeah, they sent.
It was
We threw them away. I can tell Joanne this now. I threw all the signs. What she was looking for. She was looking for the Grinch one. We had a Grinch collection.
Oh,
It's actually me and Petra that threw it away.
oh no.
Lovely.
Yeah. But even when they sent us the promos, we were missing more than half of them.
Yeah, we were.
We were supposed to receive big signs for the windows. We didn't get those. We just got the inserts. No, we only got half the inserts. Half the inserts and the small hanging ones for the window. Not the big ones, the small ones. Like for the
signs that were in the box were missing.
It was a mixture in the box. It was a mixture of the closing signs and the Christmas signs. So it's also why
we still got chewed out.
Yeah, like our closer that was helping us. Her name was Juliana, and but she was horrible. She had an attitude. She tried to treat us like our store.
Oh yeah, no.
She wanted to seem like our store was closing because of bad performance.
Girl, you don't even know shit. I'm sorry, but if you don't know, don't open your mouth because we rocked that store. We killed that store. That store was known widely across the city. Mm-hmm. People were coming from miles away, not only like locally around us. There's people coming from out of state. We had people coming from Deming, New Mexico, from Albuquerque,
out of country as well.
Gordo, Carlsbad, you name
Germans.
it.
We had Germans.
Oh yes,
that's right. We did have Germans.
Oh, we even had Hawaiians.
Yeah, the Hawaiians,
the Jamaicans. We had a mixture of everybody, but they would come to our store specifically because of who we were and who we are, shall I say. We're very inviting, respectful. We treated everybody and we had fun, and that was what was more inviting. When they went to other stores, I won't say, they didn't like the experience.
Oh yeah, and they would go either with the same day
Let's
or
say
within
far west side.
Yeah,
east side.
They would east side.
Oh.
They would go even if it was just for the day, and they'd come the next day and be like, it was not good.
Are you alive,
No.
Val?
Yes, I'm alive. Sorry. I'm listening. I'm listening.
We're sitting on boxes.
Sitting on
remember?
boxes. They weren't even helping customers. They were highlighting things that were not needed to be highlighted.
Yeah.
This company was very crooked. I will tell you that.
Well, was it the? Well, yeah,
It was the company. Don't
Yeah, I was
try-
gonna say, was it the company or was it the people?
I just want to bring up how one time,
Microphone.
huh?
I hit the microphone.
Oh.
Stop eating it.
I just want to bring up the company once sent me and Max and other people too. They sent us to other locations that needed help
Yeah.
with their store. And let me just say this: the amount of things that I found out about this company was bizarre. Like, associates were getting paid more than managers at our store, which I thought was
Okay, but let's talk
crazy.
about you becoming a manager and never getting a key or a code.
Oh my god! I became a manager, and I was supposed to get a key so I can open and close, and a key, a code, right? I was supposed to get a code for the alarm, and I never got that. And oh my god,
You were a manager without being a manager.
I was a manager without being a manager.
I mean, the pay wasn't good
No,
either.
but
The pay
No.
was not great.
It was a key
A
holder.
key, yeah, you're a key holder.
Remember
Our
the
district
person?
manager-
What the heck?
Our district manager at the time. She's actually the one that suggested for me to become a manager.
Yeah.
She suggested for me to be a manager, and like a week before closing, she had asked our former boss, Joanne, if I was a key holder or a manager because she didn't know. But she's like,
obviously she didn't read. I don't know. She just didn't read the messages. She didn't read the emails, text messages. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like she hated us. Okay, but yeah,
Blanking
that was the company.
out.
That's how we found out we were closing. Joanne was the best store manager we've ever had. Like, she really treated us like family. We still are family. Look, we're filming in her freaking dining room.
Oh yeah.
we still need a location.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out later on once we all get jobs, since we're all unemployed. But Joanne got a job actually. She's gonna. What was that?
My purse. Ignore it.
Okay.
Joanne did actually get a job. She is gonna be working for a company.
A company.
We were just trying to keep things
one of them.
quiet and private because we're still getting out there. We want to be famous eventually. We want to make money off of this. Because, you know, it'd be more money.
We broke.
Getting that too. But we'd be getting more money here than we're at our company.
Don't get me wrong. We've had a lot of
Good times.
amazing moments, good times, memories but those are memories that we created. Yeah. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
But we had fun. How much time, we all had fun together. Just being...
Yeah.
We did. Towards the end, though, people started hating each other.
Guilty. We should have put a freaking boxing ring in there or something. Some glove.
That would have been tempting.
It was intense.
Yeah, it was bad. It wasn't...
It was the last month that was just horrible.
Yeah, I think the whole closing and that person, one of our coworkers, getting into a relationship, I feel like the relationship really did, change that person.
But kudos to them.
Yeah, good for them.
For
I'm
not
not wishing
wishing
them any bad or anything.
Everybody changed. I guess everyone was stressed out. We had to find ways to cope, shall I say?
Yeah.
But in all honesty, I feel like regardless, at the end of the day, we still are close to each other. We're still...
Oh, yeah. Us four and plus Petra, which is Joanne's daughter. Like I said, we can talk about that now because we're not employed by the company anymore. Petra's right there. All five of us, we're all close. We all want to work where Joanne is working currently, but we're just waiting for another store to be open soon. But they haven't started any demo or anything for that store.
Time and time.
I want to see it done already.
I drove by there actually.
Me too. I was there this morning.
Yeah, and I like how they have the tapestry and it's of a construction site in there, but
really?
Yeah, but it's the same that it's been.
Yeah, it's
What did
literally
they put
the
in
same
there?
thing.
Nothing. It's just
The other day, and there was also still...
yeah, it's literally on the wall where our visuals would be.
Wall one?
Yeah, for girls, wall one.
Okay.
So you know how there's a wall in front of the window? There's literally just a tapestry or wallpaper on that wall facing towards the window, and it's just of a construction site.
I think that's always been there, Max.
Has it?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I have never noticed.
Oh my
that.
God, Max, we've worked there for 2 years.
We were actually peeling it off.
Yeah, we built it off the last
We were
one.
so bored. We were just like...
We were waiting for our district manager and the person to come walk through the
Oh,
buildings.
God, that took forever.
It took so long. That
But
day,
you know
I mean, we
what?
had no Wi-Fi because a freaking idiot wanted to come and disconnect our Wi-Fi the first day we closed, so we
yeah,
had
he
no
was talking about
Wi-Fi.
his porn.
He did porn.
Oh,
With his
oh,
wife.
yeah.
With his wife.
he was
Wow.
trying to
Okay,
get porn with
this
his
changed to a
wife.
whole different
But
conversation.
It's relevant.
Just goes to show, the people that were going in and out of the business were just like, huh?
Porn
We
stars.
even had to question it, ourselves. Okay, who's in this building? We're kind of scared.
Yeah, it was weird.
So, but it was fun.
We had
it
a
was fun.
lot of weird
the good thing is the memories, the customers.
Customers. Let's
Talk about customers.
Yeah. Awesome.
Who wants to go first
I'm
about
about ready to.
I'll tell my sports story that I had with a Karen. We can say a Karen. We can call her
Yeah.
She was okay. So she came in, and it was me, another person, and another person. Those people are no longer in our lives. But we were all working, and she comes in, and me and another person go to the back to get bags because we were out of bags. And our associate was on the floor. She was walking around. I don't know where she was. I think she was in Plus when we came back out. But this lady comes out of the fitting rooms, and she's like, "Where are my clothes?" And I'm like, "I'm not sure, ma'am. What did you do with them?" And she starts yelling at my other coworker. She's like, "Well, where the fuck are my clothes and this and that?" And I was like, "Where did you leave them?" And she was like, "Oh, I left them on that table. They're gone now." And I looked at our associate at the time, and I asked her, "Did you put any clothes away?" And she was like, "No, I didn't touch any clothes." And I was like, "Oh, okay." But I was like, "Okay, whatever." And later, I'm still trying to look for the clothes. I turn around while she's yelling at my other assistant manager that's with me. She's yelling at her, but I turn around, just look under the table. I'm like, maybe they fell under the table, but I said it low. And this bitch turns around and she's like, "What you say? What you say? What you say? Stupid!" And I looked at her and I was like, "I don't need your attitude right now. if you're gonna be like that, get out. I'm not dealing with it. And then she's like, oh, you're real funny, dude. You think you're a funny dude? And then she left. And then she came back in to get, I guess, like a company number. Nobody answers from that fucking shit.
Yeah, that's another thing. No company actually answers.
They don't
complaints.
care. They don't care.
They don't care.
But
They don't.
Yeah, that happened, and she comes back in, and then my assistant manager that I was working with, she was like, "Our store is haunted," and like that was it. But that was a fun time.
Our ghosty friend.
Our ghosty friend,
Aww.
yeah. There's a lot of handprints on the windows at work right now, actually. Where the
Remember the boot prints on the shelves?
the
Yes.
prints on the
How many
shelves.
people-
When we were
Prints with their
taking
laptop.
down, when me and our other manager was taking down the shelves, there was a lot of footprints, not shoes.
Boot prints.
Well,
Or
some of them.
Like barefoot?
Yeah, barefoot on the top
Aw.
ones. Like, say for example, like
It was me.
Wa-
Walking the
Yuck.
shelves now?
Let's say for example, like wall 3. You know how there was just one shelf up there holding the promo for the closing sign. There was a bare footprint all the way at the top, and it was in the dust. It wasn't like oh, maybe it was there for the longest time and it just wasn't wiped down.
was
No, it was like
fresh.
the dust.
Ew.
Yeah.
He was
And
cool.
yeah,
Yeah, your ghost was cool. He was nice.
He probably
Oh,
thinks
yeah.
He's gonna
Yeah.
terrorize that
Oh
building.
yeah, he's already is. I tell you, there's handprints on the windows,
on the from
like on in the
He's trying to,
inside.
like, let me
Ooh.
out.
It was a
You
left
motherfuckers
hand,
left me
actually.
here.
It was like on the window where you saw the tapestry that they put up.
I honestly to be fair, I've never seen that wall bare without like anything on it.
Oh, you didn't
Like
get to see like the
signs and
end.
mannequins.
Because when I
he-
do the promos, it's like I'm just in there because I'm in the window and people are looking at me. They're walking by, so I'm just like,
felt
oh,
like a
let me just
fish.
hurry up, get this done. So I've never paid attention. It's the same thing with grabbing mannequins. People look at you like you're crazy.
Oh, yeah.
When you're yanking mannequins by their legs.
undressing them.
And that too.
But no, yeah, that was one of my crazy customer stories.
Oh, we've
Anybody
had
else?
quite a bit.
I have one. I got harassed.
Oh, God. Yes.
You want me to tell the story?
Tell the story. Tell
So
Yeah.
the first time I ever encountered this
Not
this gentleman.
No.
Them.
Well, first it was gentlemen. I was working with Joanne. Me and Joanne were working together, and I remember we were moving around clearance.
Uh-huh.
We were moving around clearance, and Joanne was doing a little bit of customer service, and this gentleman had asked Joanne for a fitting room. So this company we worked for, and they had a lot of pride stuff, which is fine. You know, like it's okay. Okay.
I could say it.
And basically, this gentleman had asked Joanne for a fitting room, and then he made a comment like, "Oh, or do you get all your clothes from San Francisco?" When Joanne had told me that, I didn't know what she meant, but Joanne gave me some knowledge that that's the majority of where LGBTQ.
That's where all the are. Yes.
Okay. And
This one.
and I remember I was still messing with clearance, and this customer, he didn't want Joanne ringing him out. So he had asked for me. He had asked for me to ring him out. So I did it. And then he started asking questions like, oh, you go to college? Or what college do you go to? How old are you? Like a bunch of like weird questions.
None of your fucking business.
So I lied. I told him like a whole fake story. And then like a few weeks later, he comes in with his...
Sons?
No, it was his little brother. It was his little brother and his dad. And
Little brother, he was bigger than him.
no, but that was the little brother. He even said it. So I'm reading them out, and at this time it was me and a different manager, and it was me and another manager, and the manager has stepped away, and I was helping this gentleman and his little brother, and I kept sniffling because the store was always cold. I get cold very easily, so I was
Yeah.
always cold. And this
Joanne.
customer was like, "Oh, are you sick? Like, do you have a cold?" And I was like, "I don't. It's very cold in here." So he offered to buy me a sweater. I told him no.
Perv.
And then he offered again. He's like, I have money like that. I can get you a sweater. I was like, no, I'm
Good
okay.
for you.
So then he leaves with the little brother, and now it's the dad's turn. And this man looked me in the eye and was like, "Are you from Mexico?" Straight up asked me if I was from Mexico. And I was like, "No, I'm from here." He's like, "You look like you're from Mexico." I get it.
What does that imply?
I get it.
I'm darker than you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I get it. I am a brown girl. But like me and like
Latina.
Bitty bitty bum bum.
That, yeah.
Selena.
Quintanilla. Fucking
But-
Yolanda.
Just because I look I am Hispanic. I am a Hispanic woman, but I don't know any Spanish. I only know retail. I know retail Spanish, but that's about it.
But retail Spanish is a real thing. Like, you only learn the words that your store is associated with.
Ropa.
Yeah. When I was working at the okay.
Feliz cumpleaños. No, I did that to a customer once. It was Christmas, and I was trying to say Feliz Navidad. And as he was leaving, I said Feliz cumpleaños instead of Feliz Navidad. He said thank you, so I guess it was his birthday.
You remember when me and you were working, and that lady didn't think we understood Spanish, and she called us what, dumbasses?
Yeah.
She called us dumbasses.
She tried it.
And we're like, we understand Spanish. She's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. But when I was working at a grocery store, a lot of people, like, they only spoke Spanish at that store. So it was hard to, like, not know any Spanish. Otherwise, they would complain to the manager because you don't know how to help them. That was one of the most annoying things working at that store.
Honestly,
they
I
were
think
very
it's ignorance.
It is. So, people would complain for the dumbest things ever. I didn't know what
Tell me about it.
What was it? I didn't know what pomegranate was in Spanish. And I was like,
What is that?
huh?
A pomegranate.
Spanish.
In Spanish. I don't know.
It's like,
Granada.
is it?
Hey Siri, how do you... Oh, my phone's dying.
Oh.
Yeah, just put low battery on. Is it still recording? Okay, we're good.
We're chilling.
It's like Thor.
I think it's Granada. Granada.
Is it?
Yeah.
It would
What's
suck.
grapefruit in Spanish?
Toronja.
That.
Toronja.
Okay, yeah. And I was like, huh? Because I got like I got everything else down.
Take
pretty
it
much.
into note, Max is white.
Very white.
He is Caucasian.
Very white. And so, I didn't know what that meant. I got everything else down, but nobody had ever asked for that because they know where it is. It's like front and center when you first walk in. It's right in front of you. Grapefruits are right there if they're in season. And I don't know exactly, like, word for word what they said, but the equivalent of what my coworker heard when he was standing over on the other side of, like, this basket thing we had was, like, are you dumb? Like, are you, like, yeah, they were like, God, you don't even know this? Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. I mean, after a little bit, I was like, I asked the coworker, he was just watching me. He was an asshole. Like, he did that shit on purpose. And
Was it the one we used to work with?
No. This is when I was working at.
Yeah, no, but he used to work there too.
No.
No.
He was a cashier. Yeah, no, he was a cashier.
He was nice.
No, I liked him.
Really?
Yeah.
He was nice.
You worked there. You know he worked there?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Hired him.
I didn't.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about hiring.
Yeah, no, he worked as a cashier. I worked produce. So we were, like, on the other sides. We were close to each other, but he wouldn't ever go to.
He was nice. I liked
there.
him.
He was cool. It was very dorky.
He gave me. Bless
Oh
you.
my God. Bless you.
Oh my God. Let's take a break.
Are y'all calm? Honestly, I felt that, though.
Joanne's dogs are beeping right now. Like,
Get him. Fuck her up.
No. I know.
do they fight a lot?
Knowing how we felt the last month of working.
This
What
is
Joanne
true.
said. What Joanne.
Joanne sneezed and it just set everything off.
That's how we found out we were closing. Joanne sneezed.
Yeah. He's adopted?
I think all dogs are.
No, you can. It's good.
Okay, so
I like how well that worked.
you're turning it off?
No, I lowered Joanne's as she walked away. Just so there wasn't double.
What about?
Okay, we're back. Joanne's back. You can see her in this. Max, what was your favorite story from being a customer? There was a lady that called you racist. It wasn't you, but
I had a couple of those. I think it was because I was white, guys. I'm not even gonna lie.
no, it's not because you're white. It's because people are stupid.
But
these-
like,
It wasn't your fault.
it's
We'll say
easier.
that now.
it was never your fault.
It was not Max's
No,
fault.
it wasn't. Yeah, no, it's easier to call me racist though because I'm white.
You can tell
if you're a lighter skinned Hispanic, sometimes
mixture, so it doesn't matter.
if you're a lighter skinned Hispanic, sometimes it is hard to tell. The most
We're not sponsoring them.
it would have been.
Oh,
Sorry.
who lowered it?
Lord, what?
The computer. Or was it always at that height?
Yeah, it was always at that height.
I had it. There we go.
Yeah, it was like the only defining feature of a light-skinned Hispanic that makes them like you can tell that they're Hispanic is dark hair, thick hair. I'll actually get into the story, but basically, we were going about our day. Me and my manager. We were actually really close to closing. It was kind of a nuisance that customer was there. Like, it genuinely was so annoying that customer was there because we were 30 minutes from closing. So we already started closing procedure. So, we weren't really, not saying like, oh, we weren't doing much, but we were preparing to like start cleaning, put everything away, close. And, customer comes in. Right away, she's very loud. And this was during a time where I actually cared about customers, so I actually went up to them.
So you're saying towards the end you didn't care?
Oh, no. Be honest, did any of you care?
They didn't even give a shit about us.
Exactly.
Even
Some did.
There was very few.
They were asking if we were getting transferred.
And that, I think
that's pure nosiness, though. Well,
that
no.
too.
If
Some
they
of them were
weren't
actually genuine.
Yeah,
they
if they
cute
were
little
regulars
couple. They
and
were
we
nice.
yeah,
I love to miss them.
if they kept coming back, they actually cared.
Yes.
Because they would actually make conversation with you. But if it was like, oh, we saw them once, they asked what was happening to the store, then it was like, you didn't really care.
Oh, no, it was worse. Are you guys closing because you guys suck?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that too. Like, oh, is it because of numbers? Is it because of performance? Like, no. Not at all.
Sorry.
Not by a long
I'm
shot.
just saying hi.
You know what was the worst? The shoplifters.
Oh my god.
The last ones.
It was like what? The second to last day?
Everything was 50 cents.
50 cents. 50 cents.
Yeah,
That
it
just
was-
goes to show how ghetto people are.
Yeah.
It's sad.
50 cents. Everything was 50 cents.
That's
And they ran out
It's
the
even
door.
cheaper than the freaking Goodwill.
It's cheaper than anything.
Oh my god, 50
Yeah.
cents.
50 cents per item, right?
Yeah.
per item. Yeah.
So like, they took like a total of like $14, 20.
But
Okay,
even
Mexican
at that,
chicken.
it's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah, that was annoying, but yeah. Anyways, so this lady comes in. She's with her daughter. I go up to him, and I'm like, "Oh, like, are you guys finding everything all right? Is there anything I can help you with?" And then right away, she's like, "Yeah, I'm here with my daughter. You can go help her." So I go up to the daughter, and I'm like, that startled me. I was like, talking very loud. I go up to the daughter, and true. I go up to the daughter. I'm like, "Oh, like, were you looking for something specific?" And she was very young, so I was like, I don't want to like stay around her. I don't know. I'm very cautious around younger people. Like,
That makes you sound very bad.
yes, I know. Hold on. So, and what I mean by that is just that, like, I have a bad mouth. Like, I curse a lot. And with adults, I can get away with that. With this lady's kid, I did not think I'd get away with that. So, because she was like middle school. She was wearing school uniform still. Therefore, middle school. So I had to, like, I was just like, oh, like, are you finding everything all right? And then the girl was like, yeah, browsing. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'll let it be. And like I said, like, the only reason, like I said, I'm very cautious around younger people is because I do have a bad mouth. I'm very, like, I curse a lot. Val, stop laughing. I curse a lot, and I don't want to, like, get on a parent's bad side. Because when it does come to parents' kids, I understand they're very protective, and the last thing I want is for them to
Of course.
fucking chew me out. So, that being that, I walked away, and I went to the manager. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go grab the broom. I'm going to start sweeping, because at this point, it had been, like, 10 minutes. I don't know how that was 10 minutes, but it was 10 minutes. And it's because the lady kept just blabbering. Yeah.
Like 90% of the
Yeah.
people in there. They would go.
Yeah, this is true. So I went, grabbed the broom, I come back, I start sweeping. I'm not paying much attention, I just hear that the manager and the customer are talking. And I'm just like, not really listening. I'm tired. Like, I know we closed early.
But we did a lot.
Yeah.
It's very...
I was still in school at this point.
It's not just that.
Yeah.
We were very meticulous on how we did things, so that's why the standards that we had in our store, that's why we were a lot tired. We had a lot to do. We did a lot versus other stores.
Yeah. Yeah. But, yeah. So, it was very, like, I was tired. I was kind of out of it. I will not lie. I was very out of it. I was just sweeping mindlessly. When you sweep, you're not paying much attention. So I just hear that they're, talking in the background, and I'm like, okay. But then I hear that it starts getting louder, and I'm like, okay, so then I actually tune in. And then I don't know exactly what led up, like word for word, what led up to the situation. But the equivalent was that the lady was upset that we didn't announce that we were closing. They said something that they weren't supposed to say. And the customer ended up getting a little bit closer, kind of got in her face, which, wasn't right. I'm not defending anybody's actions in this, though. I think everybody in this was wrong.
Some of them are reasonable.
Yeah, I didn't do shit. I'm not even going to lie. I literally did not do anything. I didn't say a word to the lady. To anybody. I didn't say a word to anybody. Like I said, I was just standing there with my broom. I was at this point watching because I'm like, okay, do I need to step in?
You might have had to use the broom.
Right? I didn't. Because that would have lost me my job. But,
I can't. Never mind. Go ahead.
Anyway, so the lady starts getting in the manager's face. The manager tells the lady to back out of their face or else they're going to call the cops, which, was... Like, the more I think about it, it is a little...
excessive.
For
Yes.
no reason.
It wasn't...
Well, not for no reason. I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't, to an extent where it should have been so bad.
They were being very dramatic.
It could have been de-escalated.
Very much.
Yeah, they were being
Many
dramatic.
of the situations.
Many
Yes.
of those situations that we've had could have been avoided and de-escalated.
Yeah.
All you had to have told that lady was like, yeah, we're just turning off the lights. You take your time. No worries.
All it is proper communication.
Yeah. Anyway, so then the customer, to that, she's like, oh, because...
You can say it. You're quoting.
I know, this is very bad. It's...
A minority?
There you go. A minority. There you go. Don't say that.
She says, because I'm... what was it? I'm trying to get the word, word for word quote.
Again, Max is quoting. He's not
Yes.
trying to get canceled.
Yeah. Is it because I'm a black educated woman that you feel threatened? And I was like...
Kudos to her.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you're educated. Kudos.
I'm not even gonna lie though. She was educated, but it could have just been the outfit that was hiding it. Because the way that she was behaving was not what a
Educated
person would act. Like she was being
mature person.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a better word. She wasn't showing her maturity at all in that moment. She was very mad. And so now they're starting to yell at each other, going back and forth, the manager and the customer. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I don't even know why it got brought to the point that they were just yelling at each other. I honestly don't. Like I said, this was entirely avoidable. Entirely avoidable. It could have been like a straight up I'm sorry, but we are closing relatively soon. You can take your time. I'm sorry we didn't give you a heads up. Just slipped my mind.
But then again, you know what? Many of those situations that we had like that
We're from that person?
were exactly, and not to be rude.
They were.
It was from the same person. I don't know if it was because of the way they carried themselves, how they, and it's sad because a lot of customers already knew of that person and their behaviors and their demeanor, I guess, and that was something even before we were there. Obviously,
This person was there longer than us.
Oh yeah.
and it's sad because
A year.
even though you
more,
try to train and keep everyone on, equally knowledge, shall I say, sometimes people just don't take the advice and that's given to them, and unfortunately, many of the issues came from that, and sadly, it caused
Drama in the end.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
With me. Yeah.
Oh,
that
very.
person did not like me.
But it's sad because at the end it comes from maturity. I can't say I love everybody. You
Yes.
know me. I love everyone. Everyone is different, and I respect everyone differently. Being the store manager, shall I say? I don't like manager. I like leader.
Yeah.
Because I did work side by side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a very tough situation for everyone, and we tried to de-escalate many situations, but no matter which route we would take, we were always the bad ones. We were the ones that were...
The funniest thing,
Didn't
though,
know,
is
yeah.
that even though we were the bad people, they still bought clothes. More than half the time, they still bought stuff. I don't get it. So at first, I don't know how they have the audacity. I don't know how they have the balls to do that. I'm not gonna lie. Yell at you, berate you, and then be like, "But I still want to buy this."
The customer? Or
Yeah,
the manager?
the customer
that was
still-
there?
We were thinking about something.
I was
Oh.
I was thinking the manager.
I mean, the manager too.
They
This manager.
tried to belittle us a lot.
This manager, yeah. Especially me.
Why?
I think this
Intimidation.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
there is more of an intimidation type deal where...
But it didn't work.
no.
This was shown in
It didn't work on me.
one of our
No,
last
that shows
associates.
a lot about you. But you know what?
If you're talking about the associate, I think you're talking about that associate was. I'm sorry, I did not like. I did not like. No,
The most recent one that we let
God.
go and couldn't get.
No,
go.
let go.
Let go.
Oh yeah, no, she
Bitch
didn't.
never showed up.
Oh yeah, that's right. She didn't even come back.
Like, what the
Well,
hell?
we filed the paperwork because she didn't
wanted
come back.
How long? All
She wanted, like,
Black Friday.
Black Friday
but
off.
Yet,
Hello, we
like,
work in retail. You need to be there.
Black Friday is one of our busiest days.
Actually, it wasn't this.
It wasn't-
This
It
this
was-
this
yeah,
this year it was because
It
it was
was-
the
But
closing
we're very
already.
flexible. You know, I was flexible,
Yeah.
and I tried to work with everybody, and I did for the most part.
Me especially. I took so many vacations.
But
You did.
even at that,
I got more money every time you took a vacation. Though. I think I texted you one time when you went on your cruise.
You asked me when I was coming back, huh? I think he asked me when I was coming back.
I
to see how many
said,
more
"Are you
hours
coming back soon?" I said, and then I replied, or I like followed it by like, "I'd prefer if you didn't."
Yeah, he did. I remember.
And I said, like in,
Send proof. I want to see this.
I might have it.
We'll have to look for it later.
Yeah, but then in parentheses I put, "I'm getting paid more."
the
Yeah,
end of June, July, look back.
It was the
yeah.
end of June, I think.
Yeah.
It was the end of
Mhm.
June.
Back
It was
on the
your
4th of
summer
July, I think.
vacation.
I came back
that.
on 4th of July.
I was scared that she was gonna die, like the people in the submarine.
Titanic.
Oh,
Oh, because I was on a cruise.
Yeah, she was on a cruise.
I was on a cruise.
I was telling her not to get on a submarine because I didn't want her to implode.
I don't.
Oh my god.
But you know what? At the end of the day, like,
It was fun there. I liked
It
it.
was-
a
Yeah,
lot.
it was.
The
It
company.
was fun.
it was a lot of fun. You know,
If we could go back, I
personally-
would. Well, but you guys are saying that because you guys have jobs.
Yeah.
I don't.
This is true.
Yes,
Well, I'm a substitute teacher, but that doesn't pay good.
you help those kids. Some of them.
Some of them. Oh my god, I subbed for freshmen. That's another story for
No,
another
those
episode.
kids need an ass.
God damn.
We'll talk about
Next
that
episode, we'll
later.
talk about that. Okay, next topic, real fast before we run out of time here. What's your guys' craziest date?
I've only had 2 boyfriends in my life. The second one
There's nothing wrong with that. Sorry.
okay, but the second one being my now, and hopefully the last one. 'cause-
Forever.
Yeah, hopefully
Yeah.
the forever. I want it to be my forever.
Manifestation.
It works.
The
We
very
manifested this job for Joanne, and she got it.
yeah,
so.
she did get it. She did get it.
Uh-huh.
There's very first date. Dang. The only date I've ever been on is the one with my current
With your
boyfriend.
current boyfriend.
Mhm. And we went for sushi. We went for sushi. I don't like sushi.
She's
I
allergic.
didn't. I'm allergic, but I love it.
She almost died on this date. I'm
I
just
am-
kidding.
Imagine.
No, I didn't. Damn, that's sad. My first boyfriend never took me out on a date. He didn't have a job. He didn't have a car. He didn't have a license. I would drive around. I was the one driving all the time.
Oh.
Did he know how to drive?
I think so.
How-
I know
how-
he didn't have a license.
How old
okay,
were
well,
y'all?
No,
We were the same age.
High school.
But when was this?
Senior year.
So, like, 17?
17, 18.
God, they're so old now.
Yeah.
Not talking about old. I'm a step away now.
But my boyfriend has showed me how I should be treated, and he takes me out on one.
What did you say that we were going to use as a replacement for dates?
So proud of you guys. Your most traumatic, like, date. No, what did you say? Traumatic relationship.
Oh my
trauma.
god.
Okay, yeah, because we haven't
Let's talk
been
about that, actually.
we haven't been on many dates.
I have been on one, and I'll tell you real fast. It was at Canes. It was when I was still in college, and I went with this guy. He only spoke he was Spanglish. He spoke Spanglish, and I told him, "Can you pick me up?" And he said no. Oh, and I didn't have a car at the time, and I didn't have my license either. So I had to meet him halfway.
But you had a job.
Yes, but I was still getting paid very bad. We all were. I'm lucky I even got what I got.
I got paid the worst as a manager, I think.
Oh yeah, as a manager, yeah.
But yeah, this guy, he took me to Cane's. We get there. I order my food. He orders his food. We sit down. I'm trying to talk to him. He's not paying any attention to me. He's just completely ignoring me and eating his food and not talking. And I told him "Oh, what's your major?" He'll tell me his major, and then that was it. We didn't talk the rest of the day. He took me back to school, and I left.
What the fuck?
It was so awkward because I did not want to It was no.
When was this?
It was forever ago when I still was in person for school. I go online now.
Oh, so you were in
Sophomore year, maybe freshman year. I don't remember. Because freshman year I was COVID. So it was either sophomore year, because I've been in school
So
for
it's
7 years already.
COVID?
Yes, we did.
we did.
Yes,
Yeah.
but we didn't wear masks.
Oh.
No, we didn't.
You were supposed to?
Yeah, we were supposed to have the little glass panes too, and edit. Then he threw it away. Array threw it away. But yeah, your guys' most traumatic relationships, Val. I think I know what you're going to talk about.
I don't know if I can talk about
I
it.
wouldn't
Can I get
talk
sued?
about it. No, you can't get sued.
You just don't want me to cry?
No.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about it.
It wasn't a good
It was traumatic.
It was,
It was traumatic.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We have more of a
Yeah, more. Yeah.
Yeah. I have. Let's see. I've had pretty bad relationships.
Not the one you're in now.
Not the one I'm in now.
We both love our significant others.
Yes.
They're the love of our lives.
Oh yeah.
How happy.
But
I want to get married to him.
my
I love you.
Did you hear that? Do you hear that? You pick a ring out.
I know.
Right.
Yeah, well, he did give me a promise ring.
But that's not a wedding ring.
I know.
it is a promise.
A ring is a ring.
That's a step before engagement.
Yeah, it's a step before engagement.
Yeah.
That's true.
But really bad relationships. I'm not gonna lie, I've been in a lot of relationships, but a lot of them were in middle school. I don't think that counts.
That doesn't
Yeah.
count.
I did
So-
it 3 girls at one time in middle school.
Oh.
I was still not figuring myself out, okay?
I mean, I'll say one.
They all
that's-
broke up with me at the same time.
I'll say one that
Ew.
oh,
We won't talk about that.
I would rather save another episode for that.
For which
That-
one?
The one Peter just showed.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It
I
was-
don't think I know that one.
Me either. I don't know the full story.
Yeah.
Do you
It-
have a phone charger?
Let's not move your body like a psycho.
You know, we were never official.
Psycho.
We had a thing, well, only because she lived so close nearby. Anyways, okay, so I'm gonna say one from middle school because that was it's kind of like an eye opener.
Okay.
Okay, so what had happened was I was dating this guy, in
You're gay? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
in 6th grade. I was dating this guy, and I remember, one day I played soccer for,
Sorry, it's because my phone's dying and I'm trying to figure out how to plug this in.
Oh,
Do you have another?
I should, but not
like
this. Continue your story, Max.
okay, sorry. Anyways, so 6th grade, I was dating this guy. It was a weird relationship.
Pardon
It
me.
was we would play sports together type deal,
Hot.
right? And anyway, sorry, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so dated this guy 6th grade. I remember this girl came up to me in the same science class that we had. It was right after lunch. And I remember that lunch, I didn't see him playing soccer on the tennis courts. So I was like, very strange. But I was like, oh, maybe he's not here today. 'Cause I didn't have Messenger or Facebook, or I didn't really have social media. But he used Messenger, Facebook Messenger. I didn't.
Ooh, don't get me started on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, that's an
was
awful
somebody
place
from
to
middle
be.
school?
That is an awful place to be, by the way.
Facebook. It's from Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. I didn't have that at the time, so I couldn't text him. It was just if I saw him, I saw him and I was happy. But then,
Gay.
this girl comes up to me and she's like, "Are you dating so and so?" I think he's in Mexico now, so it doesn't matter. But True story.
Podcast in Mexico.
Yeah.
Next.
And so, I was like, yeah, like, why? And she's like, oh, because he's my boyfriend. I was like, oh, okay. So then I remember I downloaded Messenger because I was pissed off. I found him on Facebook. I was so mad for some reason.
Not the stalking.
Yeah, I was pissed off. I downloaded Messenger. I found him on it. I messaged him. I was like, where were you today? And I was so dramatic for no reason at all. It was not that deep, but evidently it was. And he's like, oh, I was there. I didn't see you. And I was like, bullshit. I was looking for you.
Breathing.
And I was like, I like, this is the point where you start learning curse words. So I was just fucking saying every single one of them at him. And so
I could just imagine you.
yeah, I called him a whore. I was so mad. Anyways, fast forward, like I shit you not, 2 years. I find out he got not that girl, but another girl pregnant. Yeah, so his 8th grade year.
You got somebody pregnant 8th grade?
Yep.
Wow.
And then they moved to, yeah.
That's usually what happens.
They moved to Mexico. Yeah.
Why
so,
does it happen?
When I was in middle school, there was a girl. She was like, we were in 7th grade. She got pregnant with twins.
Mm-hmm.
And her baby daddy.
What are people doing at 12 years old?
You would be surprised. I
You're
was subbing the other
12
day.
in 7th grade.
Her baby daddy, he was like in his late 30s.
Oh, then that's a case, Joanne.
that's crazy.
Anywho.
It was
Yeah.
okay because in their family, her mom allowed it.
Oh.
I was like, ew. To me, that's disgusting.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Hell no.
But most recent traumatic experience.
Most recent.
Most recent?
When I say recent, I mean like in the past
My mic's
6
wobbly.
years total.
That's not recent.
Yeah. Well, the most recent one in comparison to like anything else. Well, there's two. I don't know which one I want to talk about. like I said, I was in a lot of relationships. Do you want the Canadian girl, or
Oh
do
my
you
God.
want the Canadian girl, or the girl that went to the same high school as you?
I'm kind of into Canadians right now.
Not that one, but another one.
I'm into Canadians.
Monica.
Oh, Canada.
I think. Yeah, I had asked you if you knew her, and you didn't.
No, that's
Yeah.
right, I didn't.
So which one? The one from El Paso or the one from Canada?
I said I like
think
Canadians.
you told me about the Canadian one.
I've never heard about the Canadians.
You want to hear about
I
the
think
Oh, I'm Canadian?
I dated a girl online for a while. She was real, by the way. I would like to
Did you
yeah.
ever meet her?
I
was
almost
fake.
did.
It was a man.
We actually did FaceTime. We did FaceTime once. It was very awkward.
That's very like. I don't know if I could. No.
Do long distance, like different countries?
No, I
would date a Russian.
Okay, listen. I would do long distance
That's
with my boyfriend, but if I hadn't met him, like, and we were doing long distance and we hadn't met at all, I wouldn't do that.
Okay. I get it.
But because he does want to enlist,
Oh, he does.
eventually he wants to enlist, so I know we're gonna have to do long distance, and I'm okay with that. I'm willing to do that.
That's me. If I have a ring on my finger.
I better have a
Yeah.
ring on that finger.
Yeah. So
And
which
children.
one do you want?
What? No, don't wish that upon me.
Just one.
I don't want kids.
Adopt. At the age
I'll
of 5.
adopt you.
Okay.
Fur baby.
Yeah, there you go.
I want a dog. I want my dog back. I want my dog back.
Oh, yeah. So which story do y'all want?
The Canadian.
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 Let's talk about Canadian.
Okay. So, because of this girl, I actually have like a very not unwelcoming.
My
but,
computer sounds like it's going to explode, by the way.
Is that your computer?
Yeah. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I'm okay with Canadians, but I do hold a bias.
Okay.
It's kind of bad, but I've gotten over it. But basically, I remember meeting her. It was like online. Meeting her online. I was put into a group chat. Like,
Was it those Facebook group chats?
no, it was on Instagram. It was like the reply to this if you want to be part of this. Like,
Oh my
group chat.
God.
Oh my
you did
god,
not.
middle school.
Yeah. Well, I did this in freshman year, so I just got out.
You were just out of middle school.
Yeah, I was just out of middle school. But
Just out of pussy.
anyways, we were talking a lot. Like the entirety of the group chat disbanded, and a lot of it had to do because one of the dudes in there was like an old, not pedophile, but he was definitely giving off very bad vibes. He was giving off very bad vibes.
Okay.
So a lot of us, kind of spread out. We stopped doing that, especially because a lot of us were in school. And, me... Oh my god, I just remembered a whole nother part of this story.
Oh my god,
gosh.
Max.
Yeah, so the three of us stayed in contact.
Just the three of us.
Yeah, me included. So it was me, the future girlfriend, and
Future girlfriend now, future girlfriend, or future girlfriend from Canada?
future girlfriend from Canada.
Okay.
Future ex-girlfriend.
Yes. Say that.
Okay, yeah. And this... I don't even remember their persona. Like, if you hear about a queer person online... online
We're
persona.
bleeping those words, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to.
Okay, online persona.
Okay. So
You
me.
know, they're very... No, you're tame.
Thank you. Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean,
that
like,
wasn't
cringe.
tame.
Like...
Can't believe you just took a compliment from that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you're not.
Oh, ooh. That's another story too. Episode 2.
Okay. Yeah. Like, very cringe, very mentally disabled.
And this is why they hate.
Oh! Okay. Anyway. That was so fucked up.
Sorry.
Yeah. Anyways, we had, like, a weird, like... I don't want to call it a threesome, but it was, like, a poly. Like... Because threesome implies that we were actually together, I think.
Was it phone sex?
No.
What was it?
I don't know.
What do you mean? Okay, now I'm
It wasn't...
Hold on.
That's what happened.
It wasn't sexting, but it was very lustful. Like I said, we were all...
So not showing anything.
Not showing anything, but like...
Were you
Doesn't
guys
sound too
on
sure.
Were you guys on
Not-
a phone call? Were
No,
you guys...
not a phone call. It was,
You
like,
were
straight-
texting.
Texting, yeah. Like, we all knew each other's, like, person... Like, we were real. You know,
Okay.
as one does. Like,
Yes, of course.
we could, like, verify our age. Like, we have sent, like, photos to each other and we draw on them and shit like that, you know. And so... Val doesn't know what the fuck I'm saying.
I'm...
I think I lived another lifestyle.
Listen, I'm book smart, not street smart. I don't know anything about
Yeah.
all that.
Anyways, so like we had that weird relationship for a while, and then the third person, not the future ex-girlfriend, that person, they like just eventually like sprouted off. They befriended another person, and that's funny. I entirely forgot we have a script. Anyways, I entirely forgot we were
VMI
following
Unfiltered.
something. Yeah. And so, you know, they sprouted off. They ended up, I think they got with or they like found a person in real life that didn't like that they were talking to us. Because they were polyamorous.
Hate that.
What is that?
It's where you date multiple times.
It's- yeah.
Like multiple people at a time.
Yeah.
At a stroke. Multiple people at a time.
Yeah. But it's like all consensual.
Yeah. It's
But
not like, well.
Like they're all okay with it.
yes.
Yes. I was
Like
gonna
an open relationship?
Yes. Basically,
Yeah.
That's what it's called. So like swingers.
Oh.
That's the next week's episode. Joanne will be back for that one.
Oh.
For sure.
I have to burp.
Oh, burp. Go ahead.
I don't know if
Do
I
it in the mic.
I'm a bit.
It just throws up on the mic.
Welcome to our ASMR.
We'll do an episode like ASMR one of these days. I hate it.
Yeah, okay, never mind. It'll come out eventually. But anyways, so me and future ex-girlfriend ended up becoming, you know, the thing together, like official.
It was a couple, not a couple.
Yeah, no, we were like an actual couple now. Okay. But like it was more official than the throuple thing we had going on.
Wait, no, it's not trouble, it's throuple.
Throuple.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right, throuple. Like that was official now. And I don't know what the fuck the other thing was. God, like the fact that I remembered it kind of makes me like, what the fuck was I on?
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting is a kind way to put it. But
Yeah.
Wow.
we're talking. You
Bless
know,
you.
We text. We text each other every day. Eventually, like we had been together for. Like, there's nothing wrong with long distance relationships. I'm not saying that you can't have a long distance relationship.
There's a whole show about it.
But in this one, that's why I'm putting air quotes, is because like of the weird thing that we had. She was very mentally ill.
Don't say anything else.
Val, shut up.
Yeah. And when I say mentally ill, I mean, like, obviously there was depression, hormones.
Okay.
Remember, we're fresh. This is freshman age, so we're
Fresh out of puberty.
14, 15.
You guys
14,
were
15.
experiencing.
Yeah, it's steamy. The worst age, by the way.
No, yeah. No. I don't think anybody should date.
Don't do long distance.
Yeah, no, long distance, like, I don't know.
You know what? Kudos to people that do long distance.
90 Day Fiance. 90 Day Fiance. That
Because
show is crazy.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Because I don't think, as much as I love my boyfriend so much, if we were doing long distance, I think it'd be so hard for me to trust him.
Feel pleased.
Oh, yeah.
Not like that,
pleased.
but like
no, like trust him.
okay, I get it.
Because I think one of like my biggest fears in like a relationship is being cheated on.
Have had it happen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In most of my relationships, I've been cheated on.
Mine was bad. Mine was very bad. I was broken for like weeks,
This is why I've only been in 2 relationships.
months. I was
You
crying
learned
on my
from the
Snapchat.
first one, and that's why the second one will be my last one.
I really was. I was crying on my Snapchat. Yeah, do you remember I started working and she had to come for me? Oh my god, it was bad.
Oh, yeah. Anyways.
Canadian.
Yeah. So she was very, like I said, she was very mentally ill. We were depressed, so we would treat each other like shit. I thought I was kind. Like, when I looked back at the messages, I still think I was, like, way too patient, way too kind. She was mean. She was mean to me.
Oh my god, let's hope Andy doesn't watch this. He's gonna say I'm mean.
Yeah. But yeah, no, she was mean to me. And I mean that, like, in a way where when we were, like, what I thought was, like, a nice conversation, she suddenly, like, flip.
That's bipolar.
Yeah, so, well, she was in a... I mean, so, okay. She was also in a fucked up family situation. When her mom got pregnant, she was her mom was 16. Had her
So it was a child raising a child.
pretty much, but her grandparents, her mom's parents, immediately adopted her out, and the mom went and left with her junkie boyfriend, and then came back, but she was clean. I mean, she smoked weed, but
That's normal.
There's nothing
yeah,
wrong with
I'm-
smoking weed.
I
Like,
don't do it.
I would rather
don't either.
I would rather hear she smokes weed than I think she said like she was
Drugs.
snorting.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not sure if it was just snorting. Like, obviously, she only hears the kind parts of it because, you know, that's still, like, your biological mother.
Yeah.
But, like, because of the age difference and because of the family situation, like, her mom was her sister. So it was kind of, like, sad.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute, what?
No, like, in a...
Incest?
Yeah,
Like,
I get it.
Yeah.
Metaphorical.
yeah, so,
Yes.
like, because of that, I think that had a lot to do with the way she treated me. I hope she's doing better now because, yeah, she was a really fucked up person. I don't think she'll know who I am.
Have you kept in contact or like
No.
know anything?
Maxine
about
would
this person?
kill him.
Oh, not like keep in contact, but
No,
Maxine.
you know,
Hi.
for me, it's so sad. Like for stuff like that, I remember there was this guy when I was in elementary. I felt so bad because his dad, to begin with, was a janitor at the school,
Me.
and
That's true.
this kid, he was so mean to me. He was very mean. He would like throw stuff at me, like ketchup, mustard, whatever, squirt the bottles at me.
Jesus.
It was very ugly. And one day I got a piece of paper. It's something very old. It was like one of those printer papers. They had like green and white lines. But I drew an underwear, like a shape of an underwear and a piece of poop. And I was like, eat shit and die.
Oh.
Oh,
I
don't tell me he died.
He committed suicide. Like when I was working for another company,
Oh.
I saw a lady went to the store and I asked, "Oh my god, I remember there was a kid that I knew with this name," and she's like, "Oh," and I told her the name, and then she was, "Oh yeah, he committed suicide." I didn't know how to react towards that because I was like, oh.
Did he commit suicide like after all that, or was he like older?
It was older.
Oh.
But I felt bad because I was like,
You
oh
feel
my
like you
God.
contributed by accident.
Yeah, like bullying.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I feel in a sense, but he was not nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I felt bad. After
I just
that.
took apart my mic.
Oh.
When I found out.
You in 10th grade.
Like that. So it's like that's a whole different topic. Mental health.
No, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We'll have an episode where we talk about mental health. But did you guys not just hear Max? I pulled this off, and Max said, "Me in 10th grade."
Like him in 10th grade.
Me in 10th
yeah.
grade, which is true. Ooh, that's another story too.
I love
I was circumcised.
that's
in
right.
10th grade.
Yeah. But
We'll talk about that too.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Hated it.
she was just very neglectful, I think. And like I said, I mean,
She was abusive. Emotionally.
yeah,
abusive.
emotionally.
Mm.
Couldn't beat me up. I'm
Same.
sure she would if she could, but you know. Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to, you know? I'm just kidding.
I know, right?
They had this thing where they always fought at work.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, work was fun. This was a fun episode. Oh.
Bear.
Bear.
Aw.
As we're concluding this episode, make sure you guys are watching on all audio and visual podcasts. We have a YouTube, we have an Instagram, we have a TikTok, and you're here on Spotify listening to us. But we have a question for you guys as we end this episode. Who wants to read it?
Me? Or
Go for it.
You go back.
All right. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you on a date?
I just told you mine. Oh, no. Do you want to answer this in the next episode? Or do you want to answer it now?
Let's answer it now.
Okay.
Let's do this. Every episode, let's have a question choice.
And then answer it and then let them answer it in the
answer
comments and
it
everything.
Quick.
Okay.
Because I had to go.
I know.
Yeah.
Most embarrassing that's happened to me was Well, that's not embarrassing. That was actually enjoyable.
Oh.
Whoa. Oh.
It was bad. I'm trying to think. Val, go first.
I've only been on, like, first date or, like, any date?
Any date.
Well,
Any date
I've
that
only
where you
been
embarrassed yourself.
I've only been on dates with
Did
Andy.
you ever embarrass yourself?
I've only been on dates with my boyfriend. Our very first one, I've never tried sushi before, and I tried sushi. I had one roll, and he finished the rest because I was scared to eat. I was so scared to eat.
Oh
front of
my
him?
god.
And he paid, and I felt bad because I'm like, damn it, he paid, but I didn't eat anything, so I'm sorry about that.
Max, anything embarrassing happened to you on a date?
Embarrassing. Oh man, I haven't gone on many dates.
You know, like trip, fall, burp, fart.
I burp all the time.
Shit your
dude.
pants.
Well,
Throw up.
No. I don't know. You, Ivan.
Mine would have to be where I hugged him. This is mostly embarrassing for him, though. Not for me. But I hugged him. It was actually at our old job before we actually started working there. And I hugged him, and he got hard.
Oh.
You?
He did.
Oh.
He did.
At, like, where we used to work. And it was, like, right by the cash register. So,
Well,
yeah, it was weird. He hope he's well.
Guys, I don't think I've had anything embarrassing happen on my first, like, on any date. I mean, the most embarrassing thing was I went on a date. I got frozen yogurt with a girl, and she broke up with me the next week. No, I lied. I broke up with her.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. I broke up with her because she cheated. But, you know.
Okay, fuck you.
Yeah.
Not you, Max, the girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Again, you can find us on any audio or video platforms. You can also find us on our TikTok, which is at VMI.unfiltered.
Yep.
Our Instagram is VMI Unfiltered, and then the YouTube is just VMI Unfiltered. So please find us all there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you guys next time on episode 2. We'll see what we talk about.
Yeah.
Bye from Ivan
bye from Val.
Bye from Max.
and Joanne.
Yeah, sneeze. Oh, yeah, you're sneeze.